Hello everyone, my name is Nuran Mahpara and today I have the pleasure of speaking with Professor Arshad Mahmud Chowdhury, the Pro-Vice-Chancellor of BRAC University, who assumed office last October. Before stepping into this role, Sir served as the Dean of the SRM School of Engineering and Director of Institutional Quality Assurance Cell, where he made significant contribution in strengthening academic excellence and institutional development. With over 2 decades of experience in research, academia, and leadership, both in Bangladesh and internationally, Sir plays a pivotal role in advancing higher education. He has authored over 95 publications and has 15 US patents. Additionally, Sir also holds a PhD from Georgia Institute of Technology and has an impressive record of research, innovations, and academic leadership. With that, we shall now commence our interview with him. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, alhamdulillah.
I am doing fine as well. Thank you, sir. We are very honored to have you with us. This is a very special moment for us as BracU Express that we are able to have you here and taking this interview. So the first question, what I wanted to ask you this, having extensive experience both in Bangladesh and abroad, what do you believe are the most important lessons from international academia that can be applied to strengthen higher education at BRAC University?
Okay, so let me see. I was in USA for 14 years, did my higher studies and also worked there. And I saw work in university. It's fundamentally, the structure is kind of different than the university. I used to study in Bangladesh. So one of the few things I noticed that, first of all, tertiary level university has two responses. One is the knowledge dissemination, the other is knowledge creation, which is through research. So most university, at least I attended, are very heavily research oriented, right? And as such, academic programs are very much research focused and research informed teaching, right? So in terms of curriculum and other things, what I found that they have a lot of flexibility in terms of curriculum. Mostly like liberal arts and wide range of course options in terms of student, moving from one program to another program and see where they fit in their interests and sort of. So those are the few interesting things that I never had in my undergraduate program, right? And also, most of the programs are really embedded with the real experience with industry. For example, undergraduate programs have finally a design project, most of the project coming from industry, a sponsored project, right? Yeah. So, had I had any opportunity, inshallah, I have right now, I would like to look into some aspect in terms of program flexibility. We already have a broad-based liberal arts model at BRAC University. We have some level of freedom to the students. They can move from one program to other program within certain boundary. But it's not as flexible like US model, right? And so I will most stress on how to bring our curriculum mostly addressing the industry's perspective, bringing industry-related project into the curriculum. That would be one of my interest to look into.
Yeah, it will be, I think, easier for the students to understand how the industry
works exactly
in their undergrad life, because I feel like that most of the students just go into the sea after they're graduating.
Yeah, it comes in a different way. For example, in most US university, they operate 2 regular semester, and the summer they have a free time to work either academic research or go to industry and work in internship project, for example, right? Unfortunately, we don't have that kind of flexibility, right? So we are looking into it, all those things.
Exactly, sir. That's a very good initiative, and I hope that this will become true, and I cannot wait for that. Moving on, so you started the journey of your higher studies in BUET, an institution revered in our country as giving the best education for STEM. Do you feel our programs have been able to match up to their delivery, or have we been able to surpass them?
Well, I wouldn't say I shouldn't compare this university with the other university, BUET versus BRAC. It's not like that. Because in BUET, where I did my undergrad, is predominantly engineering focused, very specialized type of university, right? Yeah. Here, at BRAC University, we are kind of following US model, sort of liberal arts, broad-based education. It's a like a regular university. Not only engineering focused, we have so many other programs, law, business, anthropology, economics, you name it, right?
Yeah.
So the model is totally different. So even though we have few STEM-related subjects, we are not only STEM, we have STEAM, right? Science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. Right? So we cannot just ignore that part. So the way we teach our students is different. The way we offer the curriculum is different than what. So I wouldn't say we are surpassing them, but in our own way we are doing. Alhamdulillah, we are doing much good compared to any other university within the Bangladesh.
Exactly.
Like whoever following the similar model, I think we're doing much better.
Yeah. Yes, that's the spirit, and I hope that's the spirit the students will go with the moving on into their future.
Sure.
The next question is, how did you feel when you were appointed as the Pro-Vice-Chancellor at BRAC University, and what does this role personally mean to you at this stage of your career? Also, I would like with that, you have previously served as the Dean of School of Engineering and Physical Sciences at the North-South University, and recently as the Dean of the SRM School of Engineering and BRAC. How this transition going from an academic to an administrative role?
So let me put this way. Of course, I felt good, alhamdulillah. The only thing is, I'm really grateful to the selection board, and thanks to them, and putting their confidence on me, and humbled, by the selection, that there are a lot of way I can work, to develop BRAC University to the next level, right? So that's a big thing for me, contributing in a different level. Even though, so that also lead to your second part, the transition. Even though I was working as a dean, I worked as a dean in North-South University, and also at BRAC, and also IPSC director. I think we call this academic administrator. It's not fully academic and fully business, it's in between. We have to do a lot of academic activities at the same time to manage some part of the administration within the unit. So in that way, I think it's not a significant, change in terms of course, it's a university-wide role, it's a bigger role, but there are something we are already doing, especially my work or activity as a IPSC director. I involve most of the units within the university to help other units to develop their curriculums. As a director of IPSC, we have to involve it very closely. So I have some experience working with other peers within the university, even though I was primarily involved with the Dean of School of Engineering, but this activity as an IQSC director helped me to build the relationship. So it's not like a drastic thing. If it is a new institution, probably I have to learn the culture, the people, but this is kind of, already last 5 years, I exposed to those kind of things. So it's not like a new thing I'm doing. It's just expand my domain of activities, right? Yeah. So in that way, I would say transition is much easier compared to when I came from an NSU to here, right? Or if I would move to any other university in a similar position, it took more time to understand. So I think the transition was pretty straightforward, I would say.
Okay. Yeah. So what about your workload?
Workload increase, some sort of, even though we have a fixed time even after going home, there are a lot of activities going on behind the scene that we need to continuously, address. Issues arise all of a sudden, student movement, all of things, right? I mean, security issues. There are so many things happen even beyond the office time, right? Yeah. So we, as a central administration, part of the administration, we have to be, alerted and respond as such. So that means office hour is not more, it's not 5 to 9, 9 to 5 anymore. It's just any time. So that's one new thing I would say. But alhamdulillah.
I'm so happy for you, sir, for your appointment, and also best of luck to you.
Thank you.
You are doing very great right now, and we as students, we are very proud of your position, and you came into this position. Like all of the students are, mashallah, very proud. Moving on, as Pro-Vice-Chancellor, what are your key priorities and plans, particularly in areas such as academic excellence, research, and global collaboration? You yourself have a very rich research portfolio, having led the institutional quality assurance cell as well. How do you plan to further strengthen academic quality, accreditation standards, and institutional governance at BRAC University?
So first of all, as a university, we have revised our own mission and vision. You heard that. You will see in many places across the campus that this is our new vision and mission. So all the priorities, whatever we do, it should be aligned with the university's overall mission and vision. Otherwise, it will never be achieved, right? I mean, I cannot do something, my own priority, just ignoring what the institutional priority, right? So institutional priority should be aligned. So my priority is actually aligning my thought, aligning with the university's priority. This is the first thing. Now, what is those priorities? So if you look into our new vision and mission, we want to be the leading university in the global south. That's one thing. And then we have 4 strategic pillars. The first one is curriculum, teaching, learning. Okay? And being the Pro-Vice-Chancellor, my responsibility is to look after the academic matters, right? And this is the most directly related pillar with supporting the academic part. So I have to work continuously on the thing that help us to excel on that particular focused area, teaching, learning, and curriculum. Right? So under that, we want to see new programs that are most relevant to today's context. It's not like traditionally the program we are offering, maybe they will be there, but still need to look into those programs that industry is looking for. These days, we see AI, robotics, like from engineering perspective, you see, and then there are other. Agriculture is one of our country-wide. This is a priority.
It's a very big priority.
We have a huge garment industry, right? But fashion and design, we don't have our own brand, for example. We have some, but it's not yet the global standard. Or trying to be global standard, but not yet there. It's not like H&M or Nike, right? Exactly. So can we have a program that will help us this kind of area? So as a university, we are looking to diversify our programs, offering of programs, whether it's fashion design, whether it's agri-tech, right? Those are the things. Nursing is one area. Worldwide, there's a huge need of things. So I'm working on developing those kind of programs. That's one of the priority area. At the same time, whatever the academic programs we are running, I'm looking to 3 special things. Those programs should be continuously updated based on outcome-based education model, and that leads us to the quality assurance part. It just doesn't mean we're just offering the courses until we see what are the key skill that program will help students to get the right job and in industry aligned as such, as per industry's need. So we are looking into that. So quality assurance and outcome-based education implementation. This one heavily priority thing. The other one is accreditation. So when I'm talking about quality assurance, it's our own internal way of ensuring that programs we are offering maintain certain level of quality. Now, if I say my program has a certain level of quality, people may not believe that until some external entity come and see, yes, you are actually following certain things, and that is actually ensuring that your program is already maintains certain level of quality. So that's why Accreditation Council or accreditation bodies, professional accreditation bodies, whether it's national or international, they will come and see. So some of the programs already got accredited. For example, engineering programs already there. Business school is already pursuing for AACSB. It's a very highly regarded business accreditation. It's US based, but very rigorous process and also requirements. So that's one thing I would like to push to the academic programs. The third component is basically, I already mentioned that looking after the new programs, that's another. And the fourth one is basically research part, even though it's not directly under the portfolio, but it's part of the academic team, right? So we are going to strengthen our research unit and see academia and a program plus research go together. So these are the few things to begin with. And these are all aligned with our strategic pillars, right? Now, having said that, there are other 3 pillars. One is research for impact, for example. Now, the research we used to do is more like academic research, but of course we need academic research that will lead us to the publications. But at the same time, we have to do research, more like applied research that will have direct impact, right?
Yeah.
So that's why we're looking into those new area, for example, agri-tech, right? So is there any research, our biotechnology program or microbiology program or agriculture program that we are going to develop can develop new, new ideas and solutions to increase the production, crop production, for example, right? Can our technology support those kind of, technology-based research can also enhance the productivity. So those are the things we call it research that will help create real impact in the real people's life, right? So those are the things we are priority area. The second and the third is student centricity. I'm sure office registered and we have a lot of activities going on, how to bring our students in a manner, it's not like a graduate, rather in a whole human development perspective. Exactly. Leadership, communication, there are so many different qualities they should, possess, they should acquire throughout different activities, right? And the last one is, it's very interesting. We are the only university in the world probably who has a support of the largest NGO of the social enterprise, BRAC enterprise. I mean, it's very interesting that we are already, marking out 25 years, right? So this kind of opportunity, not every university, any other university has, right? So that's where our, I would say, advantage, right? So how to create more impact through BracU synergy, right? Whatever we do in the academic research, that can be transformed into the field level research and can be implemented, in a mass level through BRAC network we have, not only in the country but also internationally. So those are the few, things we are looking at into our priority areas and the strategic pillars. And my work will be centered around those things.
Your vision and alignment has already been implemented because there is a new program, agriculture program is opening.
Yeah, we're working on it, yeah.
Yeah, and I've heard that a program for fashion and design will also...
We are also working with some other international partners as well, yeah.
So I cannot wait for those programs to open because agriculture, as you said, it is a very big part of our country and I really want people to study here in BRAC as well and fashion design and as well because garments is one of the biggest aspects of our country again.
Right. Just to let you know, we just received our approval from UGC University Graduates Commission. We are offering a postgraduate diploma and master's program on robotics that we got the approval. So probably from summer semester we're going to start the program.
That's a very great news.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for that. Okay. Next question is, BRAC University recently teamed up with Cambridge University and Carnegie Mellon with new initiatives. Mm-hmm. It is also the sole host for Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship for 2026 to 2027. What do these achievements mean for us going forward, both in the national and the global arena of possibilities?
It's very simple. When these kind of institutions really doing partnership with us, that means they have confidence in us.
Yes.
So that means BRAC University now developed its own position, right, as its own footprint in the international arena. That other universities like Cambridge or Carnegie Mellon, they are really giving us that scope, and they want to be partner with us, right? So that shows that we are not limited our scope within this national level. Right now we are going to be global player as well. Mm-hmm. Now that leads us to that we are also doing, that helps us to position ourselves even in the topper position within the national league, right?
Yes.
So I see is the validation of the things we are doing, and the vision we set, the mission we set, it's actually in the right direction. That's what I see. And that also brings us the scope for our students, right? I mean, having this scholarship opportunity, having the work with Carnegie Mellon Open AI Forum programs, right? Or SOAS PhD program. These are all leading, taking us to that level where our students are working not only at the national level, now they're exposed to international level. So there's a validation of the work we are doing.
It is a very great achievement for not only the students for BRAC University as well, because it is also making students' life easier for scholarships as well. Because you just can contact your university and apply for it from here directly.
Exactly.
Moving on, sir. Oftentimes, there is a gap between the student body and the authority in terms of communication and understanding. Having been a faculty here for a long time, and that too a fan favorite, how do you feel you can address those gaps? Are there any initiatives already in place or to be implemented soon?
You know, this kind of communication gap, or whatever you say, or I would say difference of perception, difference of opinion, way of difference, thinking process, of course it will be different, right? As a recognition, we work with the students, we see what is their struggle, what is their feelings, right, in the classroom and beyond. As an administrator, sometimes those are the things may not resonate at that level, sometimes. So this is a challenge, but at the same time, it's also create opportunity. How we can, address those things, that's what we are doing right now. Kind of creating a channel of dialogue. That's the only thing I would say. Formal way, informal way, whatever the way. So we have to create that, we have to establish and maintain that channel in different way. Recently we started town hall meeting. Vice-Chancellor himself, I myself work, when I was a dean, I had a couple of town hall meetings with my students. I am just coming from another dialogue with our staff, service staff, all security guards, all sort of service staff, right? So that means that in any kind of dialogue or feedback channel would help us understand each other motives and needs and priorities, and then from there institution can address those things. Now, one of the issue we often see that students say, well, we give you feedback, so what? We are not doing anything. So that's why we need to work on it. It's just listening to them, it's one thing, at the same time addressing their concern is another thing. So we also need to make sure that students' concern are addressed in a certain way, and that has to be, conversely informed the student that, hey, this is the feedback I got from you, and this is what we have, this is how we responded, and this is the outcome of this, right? So if we kind of set up this kind of framework in terms of communicating within the students and the faculty members, that will probably reduce a lot of tensions and issues, right?
Exactly.
So, for example, just give you an example. One of the the question is basically how we are responding, or is there any initiative has been taken?
Yes.
So each semester, students give their feedback at the course level, for example, how the course went and what kind of faculty, how he taught the class, sort of things. And we see there some suggestion came from the students, right? Yes, do we respond or on those feedbacks? Yes, we do at the department level.
But it's not immediate.
Sometimes it's not immediate because the way we collect the data and process, it took some time. So now we are really working to develop a more automated system. Previously it was paper based. Now we moved to the online based. Now we are processing the data and see each of the unit should respond to the student's query. And there are some of the feedback, how we are responding those feedback. So this is the framework we are developing right now. Hopefully by, if not summer, by fall, it will be fully functional. So at that time, student will see what are the initiatives a department or an institution or as a whole BRAC University taken in order to address their concerns in a particular course or faculty and sort of thing. So this is how they will know. We had an issue with just example, the cafeteria, for example.
Yeah.
Right. So what did we do? We create a channel. There is a barcode. You go there.
And give
your feedback, and we take it and we respond it.
Yes.
Some of them you can notice it right away. Some of them may not be noticeable right away. But we are working on it. So my approach here is to have the communication channel open all the time to the students, right? And it has to be constructive. Each and every faculty, we feel that has its responsibility to also see what their students are doing. And students also need to understand certain things as an institution take decision. Maybe they like it or not like it. Institution is the bigger thing, right? It is above myself or above the students or faculty, right? Institution's interest is the ultimate interest.
Exactly.
So we take a lot of decision, may not be meaning full right away. It doesn't make sense. Why BRAC University taking this decision? Doesn't add up. But end of the day, it is what helping the institution to go in a better position. So we have to have faith on that. I mean, students also need to understand that how we are operating and understand the nature of the issue that we are dealing and how we are responding to that. I think it has to be mutually cooperative.
Yes. I think as you said about the town hall meetings and all, as a student of BRAC University, I feel like the town halls meeting helped us a lot. And the faculty feedbacks and everything, yes, it took some time, but I gradually saw the changes happening in classroom, outside classroom. But I feel like, the communication medium and the process and the progress has become much more easier than before, and which I'm really grateful for.
Everywhere, even family life, right? Personal life. Communication is the key, right? To reduce a lot of tension, right?
Exactly. But I feel like that it has been gradually changed, and I'm really grateful for that. Moving on, sir, I think we are almost at the end of our interview. This will be the second last question for you. With the rapid advancement of AI and BRAC University's involvement in the Open Forum for AI in collaboration with Carnegie Mellon University, AI is becoming increasingly influential across both academia and industry. From your perspective, how do you see AI shaping the future of industry, and in what ways can universities like BRAC University utilize such global collaborations to better equip students with the skills and ethical understanding required for this fast-growing field?
Okay. So, I just mentioned that we are living in a different era, right? Robotics, AI, everything. Now, can we ignore them? Of course not. Can I ask the students not to use ChatGPT? Of course not.
Of course.
Right? So let's think about when the calculator, imagine the thing, when calculator introduced in our life. So do I need to learn 2 + 3 = 5? I can do it easily in a calculator. But still we need to learn.
Exactly.
Right? So, but at the end of the day, I'm using calculator hugely. There was a time we used to work. Now, if I ask you, student, not to use calculator, not to learn how to use calculator, by the time of graduation, he will be obsolete, right?
Yes.
Without calculator, you cannot. Once upon a time, I'm talking about. Now, similar thing now, we have technology, we have ChatGPT, we have AI, all sort of tools. So as long as that has been used as a tool, and AI should be used as a tool, right? I think we cannot ignore that part. We cannot ask our students not to use AI in their course learning, right?
Exactly.
We can ask our faculty members to use AI in their teaching learning, but as long as it's a supportive thing. So now it's come to the ethical part. How much you can allow, how much we cannot allow. So what we are doing at the BRAC University, we are also developing our own AI policy. Currently, we don't have a unified AI policy within the university. We have, unit-wise something.
Yes.
So if I ask a student not to use AI, but here at ChatGPT, I'm giving an assignment where there is a scope of using ChatGPT. How do you stop that? Right?
Yes, exactly.
So rather, what are the alternate assessment I can do? Right? But you really ensure students are learning, but at the same time, they are using AI as a tool, as a learning tool, to develop his or her own knowledge and then assignments and activities.
Yes.
Right? At the same time, we also need to install the skill that is going to be required by our, by the industry. So that's why our students need to also go through skill development, whether it's AI-based skill or not. It doesn't matter which program you are, whether you're from anthropology or CSE, still need to have certain level of AI-related knowledge.
Exactly.
That should be there, right?
Exactly.
So that's why our policy should be AI.
Exactly. And as we are living in this time right now,
you cannot ignore.
You cannot ignore AI. Everywhere, everything you do is related to AI, but we have to use it in a more controlled manner.
As long as it is helping us to solve problems, gain us knowledge and sort of things.
Yes, exactly. So, sir, this is our last question for the interview. For closing remarks, what word of advice would you like to leave us students off with? Any particular lesson you learned throughout your student or your professional life which you feel might be important to share?
Oh, okay. My students, right? Okay. So this is the thing I usually follow. At least whenever I do something, I try to do with my heart. Okay. So my humble submission to you, as a suggestion to you, recommendation to you is that, or advice, whatever you say, whatever you do with your full heart, with the emotion it needs, with the time it needs, with the dedication it needs, right? If you do, for example, in the morning, you usually make your bed. Make it in such a way, people say, wow, you see how neat and clean this, the bed is. So whatever you do with the utmost sincerity, and of course, with full-hearted. That's my first suggestion. The other suggestion or advice, whatever you say, is that sometimes we are assigned to do something beyond what we're supposed to assign. For example, if you're a student, you're doing something, and then there are things coming along the way. If you want to look, oh, what's in it for me? I think that is kind of obstacle. So I usually never say what's in it for me. Whatever I assign, I try to address this thing within my capacity. But ultimately, what my experience is, it actually helped me to grow. And end of the day, I see somehow it also create new opportunity for me. Okay, so you asked me to share with my own experience. So prior to going to USA for my higher studies, I worked 2.5 years, almost 3 years, as a lecturer at Shabirah University. So this is my own experience I'm sharing, very personal. So I worked there at that time, the Department of Electronics and Computer Science. Professor Zahara, some of you, he was the department chair. So he came from USA and he has a contact with Bell Communication Research. And he was part of their research team, even though he came back to USA, but he was still involved. And he assigned few of our faculty members, junior faculty, in a project. 3 of us started the same project, but 2 of them, they just, give up in the middle of the project, and alhamdulillah, I did it. Right away, that work, I really work hard, spend a lot of time beyond my class time, it's a new department, we are developing this whole department, and beyond that, I used to work even in the night. So I did not get anything right away. It's just to support a project which has no financial benefit, nothing else. But it's actually created a new opportunity for me. So when I went to USA, and after my undergrad master's program, I was looking for a job before starting my PhD. In between, I worked for 3.5 years. So I sent a resume to the same institution, whose project I did at Shabirah University in Sylhet. I had no idea those people because there's a middle person, Professor Zafari, used to work with them. I just support him. Now, the work I did in 1997 at Shabirah University helped me to get a job when I went to the USA and after my graduation. You see the connection, right? So my learning is that no matter what I do, somehow down the road, it helps me to get something, to achieve something else, right? So that's my suggestion, that if you are assigned to job, just do it. Don't ask what is in it for me, right? I don't say you don't have to work as a selfless way. Of course, if you do a selfless way, something will, bring anyway. So that's my suggestion. Do it with a full heart and do whatever you are asked to do. Right? That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for this inspiring conversation and for your valuable time. I hope the people who are watching here, the video, the interview, got this same inspiration as I am sitting here as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me here and just keep us this dialogue all the time.